focusing on how we are going to harvest. Because harvest rituals start August 1st. Because it's time for the Corn King. And so we need to start planning. How are we going to harvest? How are we going to reap the bounty that we've been planting, sowing, fertilizing, and just casting all of our good intentions upon for the past few months? How are we going to reap it? We've sown it. How are we going to reap it? So, I'm going to... Oh, I lost. Oh, okay. Fortunately, she knows the drill. The thing I don't know is... Okay, good. I think that candle should be fine. I was just checking the sound to see how it was picking up, because this is an omnidirectional. I can move it so that you feel more comfortable. Actually, I can give it to a June. There we go. I fixed it. Awesome. Okay. This is the first time that mic has actually worked right, because I haven't set it up right before. So I'm watching the signal. But tonight's ritual is we do a fairly standard setup. What we do is we will take a moment to catch our space, do a little grounding, focus, then we'll call the elements. We go from east around to north, and then we do the center in a clockwise manner. I ask that if you can remember, turn clockwise when you're turning to the direction that, for whatever you're doing. It'll make sense, and it's a little harder than you think. Especially when you're going back to center. Because that's when it's the weird 3/4 clockwise thing, and yeah. So we will do those. After we invoke the directions, we will invoke the Lord and Lady. During each of these, what happens is I lead the invocation, and then anyone else is welcome to invoke or add to the invocation for that direction and or deity and or another deity after I'm done. And everyone is welcome to do so, because this is about all of us and our paths and sharing that and growing from that. Then after we invoke the Lord and Lady, we'll take a few moments and I'll monologue. Channel. It's kind of the same thing. And we'll talk about what it is we're doing and why we're doing it. After that, we'll do some focus work where traditionally a lot of groups do guided meditations at that point, and that is actually my normal bent. However, the silence has so much more to tell than I can guide you to. And the trees and the wind and the critters will talk if you listen. So we do that. After we have that, we'll talk a little bit about the insights that each of us gained, if you feel comfortable talking. And then we will do oblation and libation with the juice and the bread. And then, before that we will do an offering of energy. And I'm thinking of, we're either going to do a clapping thing or a tonal. We'll figure out which one we end up with. I'm sure you can guess already.
Can I interject for just a
Yes.
moment? Does anyone have any allergies to citrus or egg before we cast this one?
Egg?
Egg. Okay. If there's egg in the bread, so we'll need to get something else for you.
I will be okay. It's just farts.
Okay. It's a lemon
Yeah, you're
bread
fine.
that has eggs in it to make it fluffier, but if you have an allergy, I wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Right.
Usually my breads don't have egg in them.
Juniper's getting something to add to the plate so that it is your thing to...
So you have a non-egg item.
Non-egg.
Well, and we try to do that.
I try to make sure that it's either
Do you need a
vegetarian.
substitute?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm very right.
All right.
Just
He'll survive.
Yeah. I'll be fine.
I don't want to give anyone
Any Willa?
anaphylaxis.
All right. So we'll do an energy offering to help speed up our organizing and our accepting our blessing. And then we'll do the bread and the juice. And then after that, we will say goodbye to all the things that we said hello to in the reverse order. So we go counterclockwise for all of that, and we go starting. We literally do it all backwards. So, and then there's a phrase that I use to close the circle, and then that's pretty much it. Did I miss anything? No. It's fairly straightforward and fairly homogeneous to a point, but at the same point, it hits all the important parts for us. So we're gonna wait on Juniper and Lisa, and as soon as they come back, we will go ahead and rise and face to the east. And so the house is actually on the cardinal directions. So this flat wall is to the east. So that's south, and then straight through the house is west, and that side is north. So. Awesome. Perfect.
He said something. I was like, oh.
That'll work.
Thank you.
During the, if I may, sorry, feel free to jump in when we discuss how you're going to reap your blessings, how you're going to bring things in. It's not just his circle, it's our circle.
Everybody is welcome and encouraged to jump in and talk and share. Because we were making sure we saw it for you. That's okay.
Yeah.
We're just letting him talk.
It doesn't take much to
Oh, darn.
stall.
No, it doesn't. Just get him going and don't interrupt.
He's just using that as his excuse to.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so thank you.
I counted markers on them.
Okay.
There's one over.
Right on. All right. So with that, stand if you can. We don't have to if you're unable to. I have had times when I was unable to. So join with me as we face to the east.
I'm just slow about it.
I ate a lot of big beans. Hail to the watchtowers and the guardians of the east. Hail to air. Bring us fresh thought, refreshing breath. Help us to think, move, and breathe. So mote it be. To the south. Hail to the guardians of the watchtowers of the south. Hail to fire. Please bring passion, magic, energy, and forward motion to our circle. Help us to understand how to move forward in our choices and give us the energy to help us do that work. So mote it be. Hail to the watchtowers of the west. Emotion, deeper meanings, and that which is hidden from us, but is a knowable truth through exploration. We ask you to join us so that we may learn, that we may understand ourselves as we work our way through our shadows, as we work our way into the caves underneath the surface to find the information that we need to move better across the surface of our lives. So mote it be. Hail to the guardians of the north.
Thank you for joining us. Strength, protection, perseverance, and patience. We ask you to join. We ask you to bring your blessings, and we ask that you gift us with the ability to understand and have patience with ourselves as we wait for our blessings to come through. So might it be. To the center, please. Lords and ladies of the center, keepers of the balance, spinners of the wheels of fate, we ask you to join us tonight and bring with blessings of understanding of balance, of judgment, to understand when things are fair and unfair, to help us understand and work within our scope as balance and a piece of all that exists. So might it be. Okay. Lady Hecate, we ask you to join our rite tonight. We ask for you to watch over, protect, guide, and suggest. Help us to make choices. Help us to understand the ramifications and the differences between the choices we make as we work to manifest that which you have helped us make. Please join us, guide us, and help us choose as we move forward. So might it be.
Lady Bastet, Mother Bastet, the harvest time is nigh. Give us the courage to harvest what we need and the courage to go forward and do what we need to do. Blessed art thou, O celestial golden-eyed cat. I love you. So mote it be.
So might it be. Lord Pan, I ask you to join our rite tonight and witness as we work, as we strive, as we put forth our energy and our feet upon a path to completion, as we work to manifest our free will, and we work to manifest our investments in our lives, as we have taken a firm hand to guide and direct ourselves. Join us if you will. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Have a seat.
We're here tonight to celebrate the moon and the progress of the season. And we match our lives to the flow of the seasons because we see ourselves reflected in everything around us. This is part of why we've gathered. We see ourselves reflected in the cycles of the earth. We see ourselves reflected in each other. We see connection. We feel connection. We have connection. Through those connections to each other and to the world around us, we have set forth machinations to manifest advances. Sorry, it's really weird tonight. Into where we want to go and what we want to be. And it's that movement forward that we decide tonight. You've spent time investing energy, words, action into all of these things for the last few months. Since the earth awakened, you've been planting, you've been sowing, you've been fertilizing, You've been choosing what you want to invest your energy in and what you want your energy returned upon. Now is the time to decide how you're going to reap that. This is the time that the farmers plot out how they're going to harvest their fields. What field is first? What field is second? Which crop is first? What's gonna, if something happens, what am I willing to lose? There are choices to be made, and how to take that action. For me, I have been investing a lot of energy into my career, and it paid off. I got a promotion on Thursday. Thank you. And it's the manifestation of a lot of hard work, a lot of energy, a lot of focus. Because that's how you move forward. You set things in motion. You find out the steps you need to do it, and then you do them. I found out the things I needed to do for the promotion, and I did them. And I got it. And I feel very blessed and grateful. There are other things that I'm working on that I need to start looking at how I'm going to manifest those and harvest those. There are things going on the land that we have to figure out how that's all going to manifest. There are things going on with Pagan Pride Day. We just had a meeting getting it go flowing again. There's a lot of new life coming in because they're seeds that I've planted. They're plans that I've made and then worked towards manifesting. And had the meetings and done the pre-work. And I'm sorry, I giggled because I didn't actually do anything other than sit down and run the meeting because I already knew all of the pre-work. But it's a manifestation that I have full control over because I know the amount of work I have to put into it. And that is what I am bringing into my world. And part of that is because I have not considered that it doesn't exist in my world. This is how it is. I will have this. This is what I will do. I still have to do the work to get to that point. As I was saying earlier, you can't win the lottery without buying a lottery ticket. I mean, you can. A lottery ticket could blow up to you in a parking lot outside of a convenience store when you happen to stop in to get a Mountain Dew blast or something. And you just happen to look down and you see it. Oh, look, a lottery ticket. Oh, wow, I won $4 million. Cool. The chances are really, you gotta give them the ability to do good in your life. You have to give them the possibility to manifest it in your life. Because without that, you've cut yourself off to it. If you're not available to it, it's not going to happen. If you're not ready to be that, the universe more than likely isn't going to give it to you. So, I've already won the lottery. I'm just waiting to buy the ticket. That's what it is. I already know I've won the lottery and I'm living my life that way because, God damn it, there's going to be signs. But I just got to buy the ticket. But I've already won. And I've actually done quite a bit of spell work on that particular thing. But all of the other things still require the time and the energy. It still requires the knowledge that you already exist in that time and space that has already happened. You are merely waiting for it to occur. That's all. That's magic. That's manifestation. That's Abraham Hicks at the very base and beginning of it. And there's a lot of value in Abraham Hicks. There's a lot of, maybe not, but there's a lot of value that is very aligned with the basic precepts of magic as we see them and as we practice them. And even though not everybody practices the same, there's still basic core things. You still have to focus. You still have to decide that's actually what you want. They're all the basic same steps. Abraham Hicks helps better with the concentration, I think, and helps explain that place of manifestation and of being it, and not going, well, one day I'm going to win the lottery. No, I won the lottery, I'm just waiting to buy the ticket. It's a mindset difference entirely. I personally struggle with looking for things I want to do magic for, honestly. Part of that is because I don't do spells, I manifest. I go, this is going to happen, and this is what happens. The woods back here listened as we walked through, and Andy and I told them what we wanted to do with each area, and then they cleared out. We didn't, we went through with a skid loader and moved the wood that had fallen over, but we told the woods what we wanted, and it manifested. That whole area where people camp over in the back where you guys are set up, that was literally a clearing that we manifested. By going, we want to be able to camp here, and we might have some dancing in a circle here, and that's what the land gave us. There's room for that. Same with over at the main ad in Pants Plaza. That was just a big open space, so we went, wow, this is going to be amazing for rituals and celebrations. And it fucking cleared. Because we stated our desires from the world. And we put it out there and told the world this is what we want, and that's what the world gave us. And it's that manifestation. Now we have to plan out the other stuff. Manifestation for me comes down to having more stuff for the shrines, and having the money soon to get a golf cart. It's at the top of my list for big ticket items. But it's, what do I need to do to get that to happen? And we do that with our lives, with our daily things, not just with magic. And that's how we move forward. What are the steps we have to do to accomplish this? What order do I have to do them? Is there a better order? You have to look at how you're going to do it, why you're going to do it, and the order you're going to do it. And then go, maybe not, let's try something else. And I'm not saying do something else, I'm saying review a different path. Never think of yourself as infallible. There's always another way. And if there's not, it's going to be painful. Because if there's another way, then you can mediate between the two and go for a way that's a little less painful whenever you're doing things, and you can find answers that way. But ultimately, you have to do all that work. And I realize I keep saying that, but it's the setting your sights, loading your gun. It's the setting your sights on what you want and working, doing the steps towards the target. And magic is as much a punt that you occasionally get that throws you forward 10 yards at a time. But you still got to make the forward progress. So, and like I said, tonight is really, really good. And the channel is really fucking hot. So, bear with me, please. So what I'm going to shut up finally. What I would like for you to take a few moments and think about is, you know what you've been working on. How are you going to harvest your potatoes? How are you going to dig them up? And I mean, if you're ready for that level, are you going to fry them? Are you going to slice them? I mean, think about it. How are you going to handle it? What are you going to do? What are the steps you need to do to manifest? Mash them, stick them up and stew. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? And then, after you decide that, go, that's a really great plan, but don't get married to it. Because chaos happens.
You might have oil instead of water, so you have to fry them instead of mash them.
Right. You have to be willing to be flexible. Because no matter what we plan, we don't get what we want the way we thought we wanted it. So that's the best part. We do all this planting and all this fertilizing, and we still don't know if we're getting beans or corn. So,
Potatoes.
right? We might get some new potatoes. Or bananas. So, but close your eyes for a few moments and join me as we kind of contemplate how we can make this come to us in a way that we want it to help give it a direction, but then let go of the control of it and allow the universe to give it to us how it wants to, not how we think we need it. The universe knows better than we do. manifesting what I have in the fire, for lack of a non-dad way to put it, is really rolls down to me reclaiming my extrovertness and continuing to work on communicating and connecting with new folks. Helping people find us and or themselves. Helping people understand that you don't really need a priest and priestess. You're fully capable of it. It's kind of a nice little Protestant revolution within paganism. You don't need a high priest and priestess, damn it. You can have direct conversations with your deities without them. Right? Right? Exactly. But joining together for community
Yes.
and for mutual aid is completely different. But it's working on being more extroverted, and that's what I need to do to continue at work as well. I need to be more friendly, be more people oriented. I used to be a lot more. It'll happen again. But that's the briefest way to put it for me. I just need to come out of my shell. If anybody else is willing to share, you are more than welcome. There's no order. Or we'll sit here for a few minutes and give everybody a chance to if they want.
I feel that I need to let go of my anxiety situations. Go places, get so nervous about things and, thinking about things that would never happen. But, we've all been kind of stuck at home for the past couple of years. So it's kind of made that worse.
Right.
So that's definitely has helped to manifest with getting over that anxiety.
Right.
I've been working towards manifesting and building my business into something bigger and better over the past year. Every single ritual we've done, I've been putting more towards that. I've been doing more at home to reorganize my office and make it more functional. And the two things I need to do are focus on the digital side of my business, building website, social media, that kind of thing. And also not being afraid of booking new shows that I've never been to, that I haven't vetted. Just bite the bullet and buy the space and vend the show. And just see that I'm going to succeed before I even buy the booth space.
Right.
And I've actually already done that. I've booked one show this December that I, a few years ago, would have never considered because it's a high school holiday craft fair. But I had a massive success at PopCon that I know I manifested through all of the work we've been doing here. I want to chase that success and build it and build on it. So I used some of the profits from that to book a show that I was never considered.
Wow.
And I'm just working past the fear of, I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to succeed. I'm going to do great at this show.
You are.
And that's all it is. So instead of planning for what might go wrong, I am planning the booth layout.
Yep.
And I'm planning how it's going to be the most effective. And I need to continue to just stop hyper-analyzing what could go wrong and just go for it.
Plan for success.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got to get myself independent. And there's several of you that know exactly what I'm talking about. So I got to go out there and get that part-time job and get myself financially independent and then make some major changes in my life and who I live with.
Yeah.
And Scarlett gave me a very big boost a couple of days ago with a message on Facebook. And I want to thank you for that. Because I've been feeling very unwanted in my crab cave.
You are very welcome. It is not ritual without you.
It's incredibly true.
Aren't frogs associated with the Fae? To a certain extent.
More toads.
Frogs would be undines, though. Definitely. There's undines in that pond. So he's your representative telling us stuff.
I was noticing that. Quite emphatic.
Oh, you mean by okay. We'll move fast. I had to.
Can I break circle real quick?
Yeah. Are you gonna be quick?
It's gonna be quick.
Okay. Take one down, pass it around.
Some of us already have cups.
14 cups of stuff on the hand. Excellent. Henry's eating a clover.
I think those little red cups are so adorable.
I'm gonna break circle real quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
I got one for you.
I figured we already have
Because-
2 cups.
Just so adorable.
Morgan,
Yes.
you had mentioned like working on being more extroverted, more social. And I think one of the things I'm working on that I think is really, really cool here, because I can be super social
Yeah.
with my mask on, work.
Right.
You put that mask on and like being able to do that without the mask, we were talking about this earlier,
Yeah.
it's hard,
It
really hard, but important,
It really is, because we get so used to. I personally have an issue with work, because at work none of my home life can exist. I mean, it does, and everybody at work knows that I love birds. They know I have 20 acres, and I have some YouTube channels that they have no idea what I'm showing on, but they know that I've got them, and they want links. And there's a couple people who actually know about it, but for the most part, no, it's all masked. There's no way I can share who I really am with them, and it's not because I think they're bad people, it's because I'm outside of their experience. So,
This is a very important gift that you've given us to give that space for that.
thank you. It's really important to be able to be yourself. I mean, it's really amazing, and I'm really excited about the people positive place that we are. My brain tries to side describe it as we are incredibly queer affirmative. That's the best way to put it.
Because, like, there's not many people that come here that aren't. We're all a little special. And I mean that in the best way.
We're all part of the alphabet mafia
Right.
in some way or another.
Yeah, we all are within our scope of we do not fit in with the people outside of here so much, but the people here, while we may not always feel like we fit in, there is an understanding and an acceptance from everyone of I'm not normal. I don't expect you to be.
Anyone here who thinks they're normal?
You're not.
You're not.
No, you're not.
Hey.
Oh, please.
Do
You
not
can't be normal and innocent.
You are in ritual. Do not lie.
I was stretching.
Sure.
So the other thing is we're all also connected through the constant desire to improve and manifest different in our lives. We all have the desire to make our life into what we want it to be. And stop that. Well,
It's on the other end.
it's on the other end. Okay. Well, see, I don't open a lot of beer bottles or wine bottles anymore. So, I didn't know which end to use.
Oh, it's one of those. I don't know which end to use either.
Oh, the ones with the hole in the.
Yeah.
It depends.
It depends. Wonderful.
So, where's your cup?
Would you like me to follow Morgan?
I like my corked liquors.
Actually, we're not gonna.
I
We're
don't
gonna
have
do
to
them
figure out how to use
separately.
a bottle opener on them. Because I'm the corkscrew.
May you never thirst. May you never thirst.
Hey, there's enough light for you to pour by this time.
I know. I can see what I'm doing. May you never thirst. May you never thirst. May you never thirst. May you never thirst.
He dripped on me.
He dripped on you. You get my fiance wet.
Shut up.
No, she wanted that.
You deserved it. You deserved it.
So what? Lane, to pick this.
That's a surprise.
Oops, sorry.
Right to the brim there.
I aimed well.
You did.
Oh, he got it in the hole?
Oh yeah. Without able to look too.
And filled it all the way to the top.
Oh!
I fill it to capacity every chance I get. I'm always thirsty.
I know you are.
Ow!
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. That was huge.
Was it a mosquito?
No.
Doesn't
Oh, yeah,
know
now I
who
do.
you are.
Shit. Is that a cicada? Beetle or something?
Fucking huge beetle.
Yeah.
What is it?
Massive beetle, like 2 inches long.
Oh, damn.
On street part of the circle.
Pinchers and everything.
I kind of
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Don't spill, don't spill.
I see it.
That's already on.
He's taking a picture, I think.
All of us monkeys stare at the bug.
Well, at least we're not cats. We can play with it.
That's why I'm not getting up. I'm petting it.
Have you ever heard of a comedian named Paula Poundstone?
leg.
I've heard, not watched.
She has a routine about her cats staring at Beetle on the wall. And she said that for years afterwards, she figures they sat around going, do you remember that Beetle boy?
I love when cats see a moth when they do the clicky thing. It's so wonderful.
Hey!
It's okay,
That's a stag beetle.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Wow.
angry. You gotta stand up for this.
He may have. He did just get smacked in the head.
Oh.
Yeah, I did kind of toss him off my head.
No, shine it right in your
It
eye.
looks like he's
Got a
missing an
leg.
antenna.
Well, he did just get punched.
Henry!
That might have been Morgan.
Oh, he's missing.
Did you lose Henry? Oh, he's on this thing.
Yeah.
He's on
He's a big boy. Like a friend and a half, right?
I thought he rolled off of my leg.
Well, he said hi. He climbed up. Oh, yes.
What better pictures of
Oh,
him?
he's actually starting to walk in some
Actually, you can go back in.
Very pretty boy. Definitely lose weight. Oh, he's cleaning himself.
Chill with you already.
Yeah.
That's cool.
He's a very photogenic boy.
May you
He knew
never.
he was getting pictures taken and he was like, okay, I'll stay still.
Hold on. You haven't dipped yet.
When you have an opportunity, when you pick that up on
Got distracted by the
And
wheel.
I can forward him to you. Send your number. She'll send it to me.
well, I'm right on the
And tell your friend. He goes with you now.
Oh, he's still on your finger.
Just gonna go sit there.
Those are friends now.
All right. So,
Sorry, I'll keep it away
There's your
from you.
friend of the night.
this is the part that we didn't explain earlier. So, as we are our own priest and priestess, so we are also responsible for our own great rites. And due to the COVID switch, we changed how we do the great rite. What we do is we distribute, everybody gets their own cup. Now take your index finger and repeat after me. As this blade is to the male,
As this blade is to the male,
so this cup is to the female.
so this cup is to the female.
Now put your finger in, and when they are joined,
And when they are joined,
they become one
they become one.
in perfect love
In perfect love
and perfect trust.
and perfect trust.
Drink. So let it be.
That's good.
I know, right?
It's good for you to know it.
I don't drink hardly anything carbonated anymore.
I don't know. All right. So there we go. And now we move on to the bread. And we are going to go ahead and put the crackers in there, so they are blessed with everything.
You have the round crackers too.
And you can either take crackers or a piece of bread.
The sacred ribs.
Lemon. It smells delicious.
It's a scratch-made lemon cake bread.
Oh, delightful.
Oh, nice.
Born of my blood, baked of my love, my gift to the world, sustenance and love. So mote it be. May you never hunger. Take a piece and pass it on.
Never hungry in your first
Yes, you can eat immediately. I did.
Said Morgan, who couldn't wait.
It's not every time I'm back.
That's fair.
Usually I'm still
I
passing
was
it
looking
on.
for a way for you, though, okay? So
He
don't-
seems pretty chill.
Yeah,
The Tupperware makes it
They're herbivores.
Mm-hmm. Boy, it does.
Just making sure nothing's
I
poisonous.
think I'm more afraid of him.
Absolutely.
Never
We keep everybody on the
around
separate.
big bugs
And
like
Scarlet
that.
and Jennifer,
Man,
for Scarlet
once
wants
you get to
a
know
ritual
all the
stuff
friends,
basket.
Yes.
So that is now the official ritual stuff basket.
And the Tupperware cake.
Yep, yep.
Good.
I say, I've got other Tuppers, but that one fit perfectly.
Sage. It's so good.
Thank you.
This is delicious.
Thank you.
I'm gonna need to steal so many recipes from you.
That's cool. And there are 2 loaves worth in there, so there will be more after.
Noted.
There we go. I can put all the rituals and recipes in the file section.
Right on. Right on.
is that
And they uploaded every ritual.
Never.
It's definitely not thunder. It's either gunshots or fireworks.
Rituals for the rest of the folder.
I think there's been a couple
Oh,
rumbles of
happily
thunder.
uploaded. Everybody then
It's all been
make their
fireworks,
own,
trust me.
make their own vegan options if they wish.
Oh shit. You see it? If it rains, I'm standing out here by the fire still.
We can dance in the rain.
Yeah.
I brought back.
See, the best way to do that would be if we had a larger bonfire.
Who would dance in the rain with me?
Yo.
I would.
Coolness.
And just for Jennifer, I'll wear a white shirt.
Yeah.
Oh heck, I'll just take my shirt off.
Well, you don't have
I'm
it.
gonna help with the
I
innocence
know.
over there.
I never intended to.
I keep trying. I'm hoping someday somebody will believe
This
in
is
my
delicious.
Okay,
It
so
is
you just
so
don't wear
good.
that
So good.
particular shirt while
She's
while
really
making
good.
that.
Well, I can take it off.
Ritual bread.
Okay.
So much time is
The lavender is
Lemon.
so good.
adulthood.
We're gonna put that there. We'll get back to the last part.
Oh my god, this is so good.
They spend very little time as adults.
Yes, I
I
have.
also just want to make sure everyone's up to plus because if it gets too warm around certain
I like it.
shirt. And
I like
Right
it.
after the
you can actually get these guys as pets.
I think everybody's
And they spend like up to years. That would be so nice. Because I feel like it should be fair for if men can take their shirts off when they're too hot, we should be able to.
Right?
Women should not be more evil.
My sister has a bunch of
Did a fly just fly, or did a moth just fly into the grate?
It wouldn't surprise
It went
me.
away.
It
Okay,
went
the moth
towards it,
just
but
Yeah,
then
Seeker wasn't here for
Say,
flying her mouth.
this is magnificent. It's so good.
That's
She
the
still
third
kept
time a moth has
performing.
tried to kill itself on fire during ritual.
But more than that.
I thought about it, but because I do the lavender bread frequently on its own.
Oh, the lavender bread was so good.
Yeah, often I'll do August.
It's a little bit out of line.
I say August. Often I'll make a lavender bread with a lavender.
No, we didn't.
Oh, that's,
You're right.
Yeah, that's amazing.
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Start uploading the recipes
ahead.
on the Facebook page.
You know, I
I
was like,
brought
wait a minute.
a lavender lemon.
I don't feel the tinglies while I'm eating this time.
You're completely correct. I totally screwed that up.
It's the way it was meant
It's
to
a weird
happen
ritual.
tonight.
All right. So yeah, it's a weird ritual, and so now we're gonna do the energy working. Yeah.
I thought I remembered nothing happening before that.
We're gonna do clapping.
You thought you
Yeah.
remembered
We're
what
not
happened.
doing time tonight.
Yeah, clapping.
Clapping.
So.
Thinking
It's a
about
clapping
you,
kind of,
Right.
right?
Are we standing?
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do an energy working, and we're going to do a energy cone using clapping, where we'll start out slow, and then as we go through, we'll get faster. We're not gonna do any words to it. We're just gonna do that, and it'll slowly build up like that. I know you got it set. And let's see. So, what I would like for you to think about while we're doing this is manifesting what it is you've been working on. What is your blessing? See it. Visualize it. Grab it in your fingers. Make it material in your mind. So, focus on that while we're clapping. And at the very end, we'll be going really fast, and then I'll go, yeah! And then we'll let go all of the energy through our fingers because they're going to be really fucking tingly from all the percussive shit that we're doing to them and all the energy and all that. And then we've already eaten our grounding stuff, so then we go in, then we're going to say goodbye to everything and then go eat again. Right?
Good thing we eat
right?
twice per
That's
ritual.
what I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, we just grounded out before we did this. We're not doing a tonal. So, if you would with me, I'm not even going to suggest we stand up for this. Just because I can't right now. So, what we're going to do is we're going to start slow. Reach down and touch the ground and let any extra you have flow down through it. If you want to keep it, that's fine.
That's what gets me in
However, the rule is you want to ground your extra energy because otherwise you act like a bitch.
Brandon.
And the ways to ground out the energy are physical activity and eating. Now, physical activity is my favorite. I'm just going to get that. But these are the ways we survive. So, and it's, I know it's fireworks, but I keep wanting it to be thunder.
I don't want it to rain on me though.
Right? We can use some more cool, man.
I mean, it felt pretty good today though, all things considered.
Oh, it was a really beautiful day. It was a really beautiful day. Anybody have anything they want to talk about or say? We're getting ready to go ahead. Oh, that's a giant fucking moth. Wow. Right there. That was huge. Sorry. And ADHD, I can't help it. Anybody have anything else? If not, we're going to go ahead and close ritual. And now it's over by the...
I just want to say that the fae that I talk to the most, I refer to as beetle and moth. The fact that I have a beetle on my foot and the moths keep coming by is a really good signifier for me.
That's awesome.
It's good comfort. It's really nice.
Yeah. That's awesome. Alright, so if you can, please stand with me as we say goodbye to that which we said hi. My Lord Pan, we thank you for your guidance. We thank you for your gifts. We thank you for the way you make our spirits live. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be. My Lady Hecate, we thank you for everything. We thank you for the understanding, for the drive, for the vision, and for the commitment. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be.
Lady Bastet, thank you. We enjoyed your presence tonight. And help us to go boldly forth and do what we need to do. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be love and peace between us now and always. So mote it be.
Lords and ladies of the center, we thank you for your attendance and we ask you to help us in our daily lives as we work to maintain balance, harmony, peace, and seek justice. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be. To the north. Lords and ladies of the north, we thank you for your gifts and we thank you for the patience, the strength, and we thank you for your protection. We ask you to contribute to our daily lives as we are grateful and wish to give back as well. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be. Lords and ladies of the West, water, we thank you for the understanding. We thank you for the calmness, the peace, the tranquility, the understanding. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So mote it be. Lords and ladies of the South, fire, passion, desire, and magic. We ask you to help us on our daily lives. We ask you to help us have the energy and the push to move forward when we just don't have it. Help us to find the drive. Help us to feel the passion. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So let it be.
So let it be.
Lords and ladies of the East, we thank you for the cool breezes, the refreshing kisses of air, and the life-giving breath. Please continue to inspire new thoughts and help us as we move through the heat of the summer. Go if you must, stay if you will. Let there be peace and love between us now and always. So let it be. So let it be. The circle is open but unbroken. May the love of the Lord and the Lady be ever in your hearts. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Divine dew, it's a circle. So let it be. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for watching. We'll see you on the flip side.
I don't know why, but hearing you say flips